Crowd was moving through Seoul's Itaewon district, well known for its restaurants and nightlife. They were celebrating Halloween, but it's not known what caused the crush. Hundreds of emergency workers from across the country were deployed to the scene. President Yoon Suk-yeol chaired an emergency meeting following the tragedy and ordered an immediate review of safety at all festival sites. Rafael Rashid is a journalist who was near the scene when the crush happened.
Tens of thousands of people were parading and partying in the streets, so much so that we couldn't even walk on the pavement. There were so many people being crushed. I didn't see the actual stampede itself, but at one point we saw fire brigade trying to get through the crowd, which was very difficult. There were ambulances, police everywhere. Eventually police went on top of their cars to tell people to move out the way and to evacuate, and no one really understood why or what was going on, but clearly something terrible was unraveling. And I left the scene to go in the subway, and even in the subway there were just so many people. But it was clear that something terrible was happening since there were dozens of fire brigade coming to the scene at the time.
Let's get more now from Musun Kim, who is in Seoul for us. Is there any update on casualties and those who are being treated for their injuries?
As you mentioned, the number of deaths is now 220 people, and the 100 others have been injured in the wake of this tragic accident in Itaewon late night Saturday into Sunday local time. And the number of deaths has been rising rapidly each time the fire officials update the situation throughout tonight, and the officials fear that the death toll can rise even higher, as some among the injured might not survive, unfortunately. And Itaewon, where this happened, is a famous entertainment district in Seoul with lots of bars and clubs. As the previous guest has mentioned, there were lots of people, and there were a lot more people because it's the first Halloween since the country has emerged from the pandemic. And what happened was that there was a stampede in one small alley, and it got bigger, and a number of people started to fall and got trampled and crushed, with some losing their consciousness. And rescue workers and ambulances started to arrive at the scene shortly after, and they performed CPR on dozens of people in a bid to resuscitate them. And some firefighters were on standby indeed in the district, just in case an incident could happen, but they were no match to deal with this kind of major instance. So more had to be mobilized across Seoul and nearby Seoul as well. And various government agencies scrambled to deal with the accident, and hundreds of rescue workers and vehicles were mobilized, as I just mentioned. And the country's president has been also holding a series of emergency meetings to check the situation, and also instructing his government to make sure all the injured can receive the treatment properly. Now the police has set up an investigation center to find out what exactly has transpired tonight. And many people in the country are also staying up late tonight with a sense of big shock, wondering how this could have happened on this Halloween night.